I just did a very short photo slide because there is no more powerful binder on earth than eating okra, frozen or raw, and raw better be fresh right off the vine, or you can wind up with moldy okra. But fresh air is equally as important. You will not fully recover one without the other. It's as simple as that. And I don't know how many ways I can put it to people. I've said it over and over and over again, 1,000 and 10,000 times. And I'm still finding people 15 years later, sick, 3 years later, 2 years later. Some won't even try okra because they've been scared to death by that word oscillate. Oops, I just lost my slipper. And I'm not even going to get into that because that's just total nonsense. 1 in 3 million have an oxalate allergy. And sugar is deadly to diabetics. I mean, we could go on and on and on with all the chemicals that are in foods naturally, that if you have various other diseases like mast cell disease, you've got to do something else. And I've covered all that on my website. But I don't know what I can say to people. Get out into the fresh air. I don't care your condition. I don't care your pain. Get a walker. Call a friend. Call a cab. Do something. And finally, Dr. Axe, although I still, after 25 years, can't get him to post anything about okra, but one of my Facebook friends, God bless her, who okra has helped, found a site on Instagram. And he's pushing okra and beet juice. And yes, I've covered beet juice too, but at least he's talking about okra. So fresh air, please get outside, go for fresh air. I have a lot wrong with me. I'm 81 and I have a tumor now with nerve damage, but my brain is still A1, okay? That's because of okra. But it can't cure cancer. It can't cure a tumor in my leg doing nerve damage. And okra, my smoothie, other than the twice that Dan poisoned me with rotting food. But you see, okra stopped me from taking a terrible attack from the rotten food. I keep saying, you better get some new glasses. I don't know. Twice I gave him the money to buy new glasses, and he won't do it. He's a lot like my mother. Anyway, fresh air. And today my attack broke. I was able to get, all of a sudden, I went from shuffling to walking, like lifting my feet and walking. And I could climb the stairs and I could climb in the Jeep. And if I hadn't have been so sick and so much pain, I nearly passed out earlier. I didn't get out till 2:30. And I have a schedule. I have to have my daily smoothie okra. And no later than 4 o'clock, and I have to then try to have a protein meal, and then I have my second smoothie. So I have a routine, so I couldn't stay out any longer, but I could have stayed out a whole hour, 3 hours today. That's how good it was, because the air was from the North Wilderness and it was perfectly clean. And I'm not getting that a lot lately. I'm getting fumes from Mexico and Detroit and Toronto and smoke from Alberta. The planet is really poisonous. It's getting difficult. But it can be done. You can watch your wind directions, pay attention to a low pressure, which means there's all kinds of water in the air and it'll hurt your lungs. Low pressure is very difficult. Even in a low pressure, get a few minutes outside is better than nothing, because it will increase your immune system. Okay, I've talked too long. I know you don't care, but I'm going to put it out there anyway for those children. Hi, you're all my children. I don't care if you're 90, you're my children. And for the next 200 years, I'm putting this out for you. And yes, clean up this planet, people, please, because we are really insane. We're going around killing each other, and it's just nuts. Okay. Chowsy wowsy to all my children. Be well, be safe, be smart. Nothing is worth dying for. Okay, over and out. This is going to be very short. It's just a couple of days, May 9th to the 13th, but it's important. We had weeks of rain and then it quit, but we had a low pressure stretching from Mexico all the way to James Bay in the North Arctic, and I was in extreme crippling inflammatory attacks. The nerve damage from the tumor has made it harder for me to stop, and I got poisoned with fumes, so we posted that. And I met a lovely lady, Angela, here for cancer treatment. She didn't keep in touch, but hopefully I'll just keep praying for her. But I wanted to post this because the importance of clean, fresh air, that's only 10 minutes every other day. And I did a lot of research on the knee inflammatory gout. That turned out to be a very healthy meal. And there I was on the 12th, so bad I nearly passed out. I couldn't walk. I had to shuffle, and I couldn't climb stairs, and Dan had to carry me into the Jeep, but I kept going out. And it's really important that the okra detox is great, but here I am. I had a complete reversal and I could walk, and that was a north, cool, fresh, clean air, and the wind was coming directly from wilderness. No